Welcome back to another Age of Empires 2 ranked game, a ranked 1v1 game. I'll speed up a bit through the Dark Age, but we'll introduce the players here. I'll actually start with the player in red, Ewing16, playing as the Teuton. So the Teutons, really just a strong civilization in general. They've been around a long time. Really good economy with the cheap farms. Also some potential for tower rushes with the extra garrison capacity in the towers, and then also free murder holes. Yeah, you have to watch out for Teutonic Knights, of course, but really just strong melee units in general. The barracks and stable units getting more armor. And it looks like he's going for a pretty simple build. The only thing I notice here is that he's getting rid of the straggler trees pretty early. But yeah, he'll start with 5 on wood, with the rest on food. And then Mursse, really the player here that we're showing today. Mursse is a regular on this channel. We've seen a lot of his team games, but he doesn't always get on the ranked ladder and play very much. So we're excited to see what he has for us today. So he will get to feudal first. A little bit of some idle time, but not bad. He'll take actually all 5 of this and go to gold immediately. So also moving forward with a couple bills with Loom, so the Tigers no problem. But he is playing as the Jurchens. So all of that meat from the herdable animals doesn't decay. You can kill them immediately and not worry about efficiency there. Of course, the mounted units and the fire lancers are attacking faster. Yeah, the Iron Pagoda, super strong. I'd love to see some Grenadier come out in this game. Some of the unique units for the Jurchens. But we do have a forward barracks from Mursse. And Ewing actually is going to get insanely lucky and walk right up to it. Wow. And Ewing does go up to the feudal age now. So yeah, if he notices that, I can't tell if this is auto scout or if he's kind of clicked around the map. Yeah, not sure, but yeah, extremely lucky there, seeing that early barracks, or I should say aggressive barracks placement from Mursse. So as far as the map goes, of course we are on arena here. Seemed like there are more tigers than usual, maybe not, but a lot on the left side of the map here. And then also a little fun fact, I don't know that many people know this, but AoE is really pushing for animals with different resources to be collected. So these foxes here actually have some gold. I've seen these used in some really unique and aggressive build orders. And then also in the recent patch, the whales in the ocean are actually, I guess, made of gold. Or I think the idea is that they could be sold for some gold. So yeah, both players going pretty heavy into economy. Obviously some scouting. The scout, I guess, is done. Yep, he scouted enough. Both scouts idle. Really no military yet at this point. And you already have Mursse. Actually, this is Ewing, sorry, going up to the Castle Age. Mursse as well. They're actually going to be really similar castle times. So nothing out of the barracks yet for Mursse, but an archery range will come down. I like the house walls. You might think this is kind of a low elo play, but especially with the popularity of the siege tower, which can just launch units over the wall, the first bit of walls here. having a secondary wall, if he could close this area up, it's actually pretty smart. Double archery range for Mursse. Still just the barracks for Ewing. Yeah, and at home, let's see. We'll look at the villager count. So pretty similar here, but Mursse does have a 2-vill lead at this point. But has a few idle. There we go. But going up with around 30 is pretty common for a faster castle age, and he will hit that first. Right behind him is Ewing, though. So similar builds, similar plans, and Ewing actually coming out with some spearmen, sees the scout from Mursse. If Mursse notices this in time, he could get away, but he's going to lose that scout immediately. So now you're going to have Ewing actually coming back to this area, and he'll see the 2 archery ranges, be able to get that information and come back. So if you're Ewing, you might be thinking, okay, is this archer rush? Well, I can go siege. And he will drop a siege workshop. But from the archery range, which may sound kind of odd, comes the grenadier. This unit, I haven't seen it much. 12 attack, 40 health, 1 armor. It does, I believe it does some damage area effect. So yes, for something weak like spearmen, these grenadiers can be really powerful. It looks like that is what Mursse is going to go with. He does add the 2nd town center, which would be really good for him. Start to boom a little bit behind this, and it's scorpions for Ewing, who already has his 2nd TC up. So the scout will move forward again. Just trying to figure out what is coming out of this range. What a throw. And he will see the grenadiers. So cat's out of the bag. You have grenadiers. Do you continue with the scorpion? The grenadiers are kind of they're a new-ish unit, obviously. I don't think it's really been established very well what actually counters this. But he's going the scorpions. I think scorpions could be a good play here for Ewing if he gets enough, and if he has enough of a buffer out front, which could be spearmen or some other unit. But yeah, Mursse will be booming in the back. Ewing is just past Mursse in villager count, but really similar games so far. In fact, neither of them now building military. Ewing says, I think 5 is enough, let's go. And it may be. Especially with the grenadiers packed together, I don't know that they could handle that very well. Scout will try to help here. So let's see how this goes. They'll attack, they'll kill the scout. Yeah, Scorpion's gonna do really good damage here. And grenadiers, yeah, so it looks like that was a good response from Ewing. Very good response. 3rd range now for Mursse. Ewing will back up with his scorpions, start building mangonels. Alright, Mursse getting his upgrades. And has been on stone for a while now. And is about 100 away from dropping a castle if he wanted to. Here comes the lion again. Excuse me, the tiger. Wow, the tiger's strong. But the Vil will survive. Yeah, so nothing being built from Mursse right now, but moving forward with more Vils. on this side. And here's the Mangonel. A bit of an issue now for Mursse. You're going to lose these archery ranges if you can't defend against it. Defend against this siege rush, even as a build to repair here. Come out with some siege of his own. Yeah, and for Mursse, I think he goes, you know, scouts, definitely knights to beat this up, but Ewing is halfway prepared for this. I mean, 2 knights would take care of that, but yeah, even just a couple would rip through the siege, as long as they killed the spearman first. But he's going to try to go with the grenadier again, and have some siege behind it. There's the castle. Super risky with the 2-bill castle, but Ewing's not going to see that. Ewing does get the first range down, now working on the barracks. Grenadiers should be able to easily take care of these spearmen, though. But definitely have to watch out for the siege. Scorpions of his own for Mursse. And really in this situation, I think Mangonel, or Rocket Cart, actually, would be better. Just because, you know, you're kind of evenly trading with the Mangonels, with if you have your own Mangonels or Rocket Carts. But Mangonels and Rocket Carts really destroy Scorpions. So yeah, definitely like the Rocket Cart here. You never want to see 1,000 of any resource. He does have 1,000 food here. Imagine even just a couple of stables and pushing out. You know, scouts only cost food. You could have 5 or 6 scouts just take care of all this. But now up to pikemen, so would need to combine that with some grenadiers or some siege of some sort. Still working on the castle, of course, will go up. And here come the grenadiers. Good micro from Mursse, but there's a lot of siege here. Mangonel gets a good shot, and he will lose those. Rocket Cart could do a ton of damage here if it can get a shot off. It does, but only gets 1 Scorpion. Good shot from Ewing with the Mangonel. So Ewing in a really good spot now, continuing to add pikemen. Really just an elite combo. Siege and pikes. And here comes the Iron Pagoda. So this Iron Pagoda, of course, would need to avoid the pikemen, but this is just a trash unit with 1 upgrade. You can still take that fight and you know, without even having the numbers, be able to win. Knights now from Ewing, who continues to add siege. So yeah, Mursse, who did go up to 3 TC now, is all in now on Iron Pagoda. Knights will make that a little more difficult, but still should be a good fight. This is such a strong unit. 4 TCs and a monastery. Good placement for the monastery. You need really good of him to be able to think to try to get some relics. So the Iron Pagoda come in. They are going to shred. Even with the pikes there, he'll be able to take out all of the siege. Even has more in the back. Yeah, no problem. Just walking right through the pikes. And gets all but 1 of that siege. So, in a pretty good spot now for Mursse. But what Ewing has been able to do is go to 4 TC and has a huge villager lead. So things looking really bad actually for Mursse. Lost all of his military production buildings out front. He's about to lose the siege workshop as well. And Ville's coming forward for Ewing. Mursse would have seen this just because of his lumber camp. But if he didn't notice, he'd still have some time here. He might not know that there's a castle coming up right outside your walls. Yeah, big problems for Mursse, who is actually catching up now on Ville count. I don't know what happened on Ewing's side. He is not building vills, he's housed, only building military, and might be a bit distracted. Because now you have Mursse attacking your base. He will bring the pikes back. It's starting to be a lot of pikes with upgrades now. And the castle goes up. So he fights on both sides, but still Ewing in a much better position here to be able to defend this. He's got, of course, he has the walls up, and with pikes behind the walls. Wow, that Iron Pagoda will get through. We'll ignore the pikemen. But again, this wall here doing pretty good. He's gonna attack the vills. But Ewing is gonna clear this up. Still does. Still has plenty of military out here with the castle up. Score starting to look pretty bad for Mursse as well. And Ewing continues to go with siege. So these grenadiers, yeah, absolutely could wipe out this unit. Gotta watch out for the siege, but it's starting to get to a kind of a death ball here. He's got 19 out with the Iron Pagoda out front. Oh man. Wow. And we'll wipe this out from Ewing. Even a knight, 2 shots from this group. Yeah, really amazing. Now really needs to move forward. He really can't afford to have, you know, pressure from the castle up here. He's got to wipe it out from the economy side. He still has the walls up at home. Castle will go through eventually, but if he can wall behind, it's really not going to matter that much. Also has enough stone to drop another castle. Trying for the gate. He needs to see the siege though, and take care of that, or he's going to slowly lose these. Looks like he does notice now. He's got upgrades. I honestly have no idea what kind of upgrades work for these units. I assume it's still considered well, melee attack at range, I think is what that means. So yeah, a panic tower. Wow, a panic tower from Ewing. What an opportunity for Mursse to get a ton of kills here, especially with a splash damage unit like this. And he's through the gate. The gate being held open there. We'll let it go though. Wow. All of a sudden, 10 vills away is Mursse. Ewing has been at 97 forever. I'm sure he built some and then lost just as many just then. Defensive castle now for Mursse. Really a good play. Is in range of this castle from Ewing. Has the extra range. I think that means he just got the archer upgrade. The first attack upgrade in the blacksmith for archers gives you, or I should say for ranged units, gives you 1 extra range as well on the castle. So he'll be able to take this castle out eventually, unless there's any kind of a response from Ewing. Yeah, and these grenadiers acting as basically a siege unit in this case, able to take out some of these buildings. not able to see the bills here on the other side, but has moved to this side. Really not aware of any other movements from Ewing. Ewing going back to his trusted comp here, but all of this dies to Grenadier. Assuming it doesn't get a little more siege. So, especially with Iron Pagoda out, Mursse, even though he's been behind pretty much this whole game, is starting to get to an army composition that's not really going to be beatable by what Ewing is throwing out here. So Ewing will move forward. I can see this from his perspective. He sees the Grenadiers. Of course, he knows that his siege workshops have gone down. He knows the castle's here. He's got to assume that Mursse has something behind here. That's got to be intimidating, seeing that many in one place. And we'll drop a castle out front. So when you get to a point, when you get to this point in the game, you know, it's really hard to breach walls. In the Castle Age, I mean, yeah, I didn't even notice Ewing is already in Imp and has a Treb. Yeah, I was gonna wonder. I wondered if he would come out with Trebs here, but with no army to defend out here, that's gonna go down easily. And like I was saying, the Rams are an option in Castle Age to do some game-ending moves. So Mursse will be able to take down this castle easily. He does go up to the Imperial Age. He has the Iron Pagoda out, Grenadiers behind it. This will be a heck of a battle. But now, actually, Heavy Scorpion for Ewing. Grenadiers not here yet, so Pikes will easily be able to take out Iron Pagoda. And the numbers now leaning towards Ewing, who still does have a 25 bill lead. So he has the production. He's got really good upgrades now on these units. He's actually been really good to remember to upgrade his the units that he's been using. But you do have the Rams for Mursse, Grenadier. Could get some good shots in. But the Heavy Scorpion, wow, gonna mow through that. Yeah, you need a lot more than 5. But the Treb's out now. So I was trying to say earlier, if you're in the Castle Age, your game-ending moves really just come from either Rams or, you know, a castle drop close to the walls. But really, it's Imp, where you can get the Trebs, maybe bombard cannons. You can really take down bases. So we'll have a Treb war. Iron Pagoda, though, again, will be able to come in. I think, yeah, they'll be able to take care of that one. The second one comes up. Meanwhile, you have all the Grenadiers coming out of the Rams. Grenadiers, though, will be taken care of from these Scorpions. You have so many heavy Scorpions now. And the Halberdier able to take the Rams. So, kind of fighting in 2 places. Good job by Mursse to attack at the same time. But at this point, all Mursse really has to do is defend his Trebs. You don't want Ewing to move out anywhere. So you do want to make sure that you have some vision over here, but this, yeah, especially with 2 more behind, this is a problem for Ewing. He does have a Treb back here. I didn't even, where did that come from? I have no idea. I have no clue. Anyway, from one of those castles, he was able to get a Treb out and get it back into his base, so he'll be able to defend with that a little, but still, I mean, this ball of Pikes and Heavy Scorpions is pretty impressive. Still be hard to deal with, but again, with Mursse in the Imperial Age and able to build trebs out of the castles. He really doesn't have to do much. Defend the trebs, slowly push through. If the trebs don't die, you can't lose. So he'll move forward. Huge paw now of grenadiers. Grenadiers great for the pikes, not so much for the heavy scorpions. But taking good shots and has really good range. Ooh, some good shots now for Ewing with the scorpions. I think Mursse, though, really wise. Doesn't have to push this. Just has to defend his trebs. Still has some rams. Iron Pagoda. Ewing, super good response. Trying to get to Bombard Cannon, but is actually at 200 pop. So he'd have to lose some units before he could do that. He's at 142 villagers. He could actually use to lose some of those. Delete these, and you got military coming out. But lost a few, so he's got the bombard cannons on the way now. Mursse will have to move forward. He could drop a castle a little bit more forward. That would help to defend these trebs, but more good shots from the grenadiers. Bombard cannon, though, really always a problem with the range and oh wow, great shots from the grenadiers to open up for the Iron Pagoda to get in. Iron Pagoda takes care of all of this siege. Now hitting Vills as well. This could be that, yeah, what can I do, LOL? Pretty much. Yeah, Ewing, honestly, with a great game plan, and executed so well, got to 200 pop really quickly, had a ton of, Vills, but was not able to stop this composition. And honestly, Ewing is complaining that he can't counter the cav. Well, he had the counter to the cav, but his micro honestly just wasn't as good as Murse's, and he will call it. Mursse able to come in with the grenadier, take the right fights, grenadier on the pikes, and then the cav on the siege, and that really was enough to end the game. So, heck of a game for Mursse. Again, this is a ranked ladder game, so that'll improve his elo. Pretty good at home, economy-wise. Let's see, he had, yeah, pretty good split of resources, and then always had enough to move forward with a castle, enough stone if needed. So, yeah, great game from Mursse. A little bit nervous in the early push, but was able to come back and really just have Ewing go back and forth the entire time. And yeah, I think Mursse being able to build up with the Grenadiers and the Iron Pagoda instead of trickling them in was key. And then I really think getting to Imperial when he did was crucial to be able to take care of the castle that was here, and Ewing getting to Imp first and getting a Treb out. You know, that could have been really bad. But Mursse with the right response at the right time to be able to take that out. So great game from Mursse. Hope to see him move through the ranked ladder a little more and we can get more games like this. But yeah, I enjoyed that one.